Now, what you can see at the moment is the user console. This is where you start to go and start to do investigation and start looking into the issues that may have occurred. But before you actually even go to this interface, what you'll have received is an email notification or a ticket in a ticketing system or a text message telling you there's something that you need to take a look at. Because Reveille is constantly looking at the environment. And because of our knowledge of exactly what's happening, we can tell you when you need to go and take a look at that, when you need to go and investigate and start to figure out what's happening on the system. You're not waiting for the end user, the business user, to come and tell you either the system's not available or it's running slow or they can't get access or the document they need is not available. You're already ahead of that curve. So from here, we're going to drill down into our monitors. And a monitor is really just part of the structure we're looking at. You can see here we've got OpenText, different monitors, things like extended ECM, Documentum, InfoArchive, Capture, etc. They're product-based monitors, but in reality, in a production environment, they wouldn't be product-based. They'd be probably server-based or functional area. So you wouldn't have just one monitor for Documentum. You'd have multiple server monitors, or you'll have multiple functional areas that are your broken down monitor. If we drill down to the next level, you can see this is all color coded, and the color is telling us there's issues with the system. And the first one I'm going to look at it is the actual database. So what's happened here is, and again, this is something we've seen on numerous occasions. What Reveille is actually looking for is an event and like an error message within the content server, the Documentum server. And this connection error, this message appears roughly 2 hours before the server crashes. We've seen this on numerous occasions, that this database connection error that's flagged up on against the Documentum server, it doesn't mean the server is going to go down straight away, but it means it will go down over a period of time. Now, we haven't got a fix for this. We're not saying that we can automatically fix this problem and resolve it for you, but what we have is a workaround. So we know that organizations that are looking for this error, that they know when that occurs, what they'll do is they have to manually go in and check for this on a regular basis. What with Reveille we're doing is we're automating that process. We're looking for this error message. As soon as we see that, what we want to do is restart the service, restart the Documentum server service. Now, we do that with what we call a proactive job. So you can see here that monitor that we were looking at previously. Let me just make that a little bit bigger. So you can see that was the same monitor as we're looking at here, that database issue. This is the underlying admin client for Reveille, and this is where we initially set up the system. And you can see here against the database, we have the problem. If we go into that database, what we call resource, you can see down here we have proactive actions. So as soon as we encounter that issue on the system, as soon as we see that error, we'll restart that Documentum service. And that almost like restarts the clock. So we now know that the system in 2 hours is not going to go down again, that it's that we've provided a workaround so the end user is not going to be affected by that particular error. Now, that doesn't mean the error is resolved, but it means that the business is not impacted by it.